All right, welcome to On Base Baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp, and I'm the designer and creator of On Base. In this game, we're going to continue our 2022 Braves Instant Replay. This is the first game of every series in 2022 for the Braves, and replaying the game that just happened. This is against Washington last night. I'm recording on June 14th, and this game was played on June 13th. So, let's just go through the lineups. For the Braves, it's going to be Acuna and Wright. Swanson will be hitting second, playing short. Reilly at third. Olson hitting cleanup, playing first. Albies will be playing second and batting fifth. Darno is next. Then Ozuna, he'll be DHing in this game. Duvall is playing left, hitting eighth. And then Michael Harris, the second, is playing center field, batting ninth. Pitching for the Braves is going to be Ian Anderson, young right-hander. And for the Nationals, it'll be Lane Thomas leading off. Then Cesar Hernandez playing second. Juan Soto having a great year, playing right. He'll be hitting third. The big man, Nelson Cruz, DHing. He's batting cleanup. Josh Bell playing first base and hitting fifth. Ruiz is the catcher. Yadiel, I think, is this Hernandez. So Hernandez playing left. Michael Franco, the longtime NL East baseball player, is batting third, and Garcia, Luis Garcia, I believe, is shortstop. Pitching is going to be Erasmo Ramirez. He was sort of a late addition. Someone got scratched, and so he's making a spot start, basically a starter or an opener, if you will. And so he has a 476 FIP and can go 8 batters. Let's see how far that takes him. He made it, I don't know how far he went last night. Not very long. He didn't last very long in the game. He went 3 innings in the game, so we'll see how this goes for him. He's going to be pitching out of this last column, so there's nowhere to go, but nowhere to go down as far as in this game in on base. Okay, so it's going to be Ian Anderson. Anderson will be pitching out of the second column. This is the first time Anderson's been pitching out of the second column for the entire season. He's mostly been starting out of this one, but he's had some good games. So had a little bit of a rough start last night, but didn't give up many runs, but he gave up a lot of walks. Pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 hits and 4 runs, 4 walks, and only 3 strikeouts. So not a great start for him yesterday. Hopefully on the tabletop he'll do much better. So we go to the top of the first inning. It'll be Acuna, Swanson, and Reilly for the Braves against Erasmo Ramirez. I think I got everything filled out and ready. So here is the first pitch. It's a 4-4 to a, and again he's pitching, Ramirez pitching out of this last column. So 4-4 to a 33 is going to be a double play or a strikeout, and Ramirez gets his first K of the day on the first batter. So 1 down with Dansby Swanson to the plate. It's a 4-6 to a Swanson's now in column 2. He's been hitting his way to the right on this chart. So 4-6 can be a double play or strikeout. So back-to-back Ks for Ramirez, and that's a good start for him. Brings up Austin Reilly, who also was batting out of this second column. A 2-5 to a 24 batting runs. Is going to be a fly out with an error check, so it's a fly ball to left center. And the left fielder Hernandez flags it down, and that's going to be the third out of the inning. So 1, 2, 3 go the Braves in the top of the first. Good job by Ramirez, and we go to the bottom of the first. It'll be Thomas, Hernandez, and the very hot Soto. 1-2 to Thomas. Again, Anderson will be pitching out of this column here. So a 1-2 to Thomas, who is a 0. That's going to be a ground out to the first baseman Olson. He flips it to the pitcher covering, and that's out number 1. Hernandez is up next. A 3-5 to a -7 is going to be a strikeout. So Anderson gets his first K as he gets Hernandez swinging at the changeup. And Juan Soto to the plate now. 1-2 to Soto is also going to be a ground out, this time to the second baseman Albies. And he's with it over to first, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for the Nats. So we go to the top of the second, still scoreless. In this game, it'll be Olson, Albies, and d'Arnaud. It's a 2-3 to Olson. 2-3 is going to be a ground out, but that's going to have an error check attached to it. So a ground out with an error check. So this is to the catcher. The catcher is Ruiz. Possible error. Ruiz is a plus though, so no error on the play, and we go 2-3 on the put out as he throws it low, but the first baseman Bell scoops it out of the dirt. Here's a 3-5 to Albies. Albies is a 6 batting runs. 3-5 is going to be a strikeout. So Ramirez gets his third K of the game. And that brings up Travis d'Arnaud. A 6-6 to a 0 is going to be a long single. d'Arnaud has a 5 speed, so that's just going to be a base knock for him. And he'll be standing at first with the first hit of the day. Ozuna, the DH, stands in. Here's a 3-5 to a -3. And that is also going to be a strikeout. This time, Ramirez gets him looking. And that's going to be out number 3 in the inning. The Braves do get one hit. They strand one. And we go to the bottom of the second inning. Still no score in the ball game. It'll be Nelson Cruz, Josh Bell, and the catcher Ruiz. Here's a 2-3. 2-3 is going to be a ground out with an error check. So that's going to be to Ozzy Albies. And that's going to be an error on Albies. He gets there, but he can't make the play. So we're going to go E4. And first mistake by the Braves. So I have a runner on and Josh Bell to the plate. A 2-5 to a 24. It will be a fly ball with an error check. So it's a fly ball to right field. Acuna's there, no problem. So we go F9 on the put out. That's going to be 1 out. No advancement from Cruz from first base. Brings up Ruiz, the catcher. A 1-4. A 1-4 to a 4. It's going to be a hit by a pitcher, a walk. In this case, it's a walk. So first walk issued by Anderson. Runners at first and second now with 1 out. Anderson needs a double play here, and he's facing Hernandez, the left fielder. Instead, he's going to get a line out. That's going to be a line out or a foul out. So it's a foul out if the D9 is 6 or greater, and it is. So we're just going to call that a foul out. Doesn't really matter necessarily where it goes. No one's going to advance, and so he pops up foul, and that's out number 2. Brings up Michael Franco, -9 batting runs, and Franco is a ground out victim to Ozzy Albies. Gonna go the short way to first base, and that's gonna be it. So get a couple of runners on there for Washington, but they can't get them in. Still scoreless as we head to the top of the third inning. Ramirez pitching very well. He's only faced 6 batters so far. He can go 8 before he has to face any sort of penalties, although he's sort of already penalized. But he'll be facing Duvall, Harris, and Acuna. That's a 1-6 to a -7. That's a fly out, and that's a fly ball to left center field that the left fielder Hernandez takes care of for out number 1. There's a 1-5 to Mr. Harris. A 1-5 is a blank on the pitcher's column, and a 1-5 to a -3. That's going to be a base knock for Harris as he continues his good hitting. Let's go and try to steal and get him into scoring position for Acuna. 1-6, he's going to be safe. 7, 8, 9, he'll be out, and he is there under the tag for a stolen base. Harris is very fast. His speed is 7 or 8, but he's not stealing many bases necessarily here. So Acuna, a 33 batting runs. He has pushed himself into the first column with some pretty good hitting over the last month. It's a 2-5. A 2-5 is going to be a fly out with an error check. So it's a fly ball to center field. Let's check the error. possible error on the center fielder. The center fielder is Thomas, and he does make the error as he gets to the ball, but he can't quite handle it. So we're going to say E8 on that. Harris is going to go to third on the one base error. And now the Braves have runners at first and third with only one out. It'll be Dansby Swanson, maybe the hottest hitter in the National League. That's a 4-5. 4-5 to a 12 is going to be a single. And so that's a base knock. And that's going to score 1. And with 1 out, let's go ahead and try to get Acuna over to third. 1 to 6 on the D9, he'll be safe. 7, 8, or 9, he's out, and he does go first to third as he is going all the way on the single. So first and third again, only 1 out, and this is going to be Austin Reilly. Reilly with a 2-3. That's a ground out with an error check. So it's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. Let's check the error. No error on the play. So we're going to assume that out at second base as the pitcher Ramirez turns and fires to second. And let's roll against Reilly's speed of 6. 1 to 6, he's safe at first. And he is out. So they're going to turn the old 1-6-3 double play to end the inning. And sort of a rare inning double play, but the Braves do get 1 on the Dansby Swanson single. So we head to the bottom of the third inning. It's 1-0 Braves. Anderson's going to be facing off against Garcia, the number 9 hitter. Then back to the top with Thomas and Hernandez. 1-6, that's going to be a fly out to left center that the left fielder Duvall ranges over and makes the play on. So first out of the inning. It's a 4-5 to Thomas, who's a 0. 4-5 to a 0 is going to be a fly ball, and that is to fairly deep right field. But Acuna's there as he goes back on it and makes the play for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the third. Anderson looking for a shutdown inning. A 2-4 to a -7 is going to be a double play or a K, and so Anderson gets his second strikeout of the day, and that's going to be out number 3. So 1-2-3 inning as Anderson shuts down Washington in the third. We head to the top of the fourth inning, be Olsen, Albies, and d'Arnaud. We're going to stick with Ramirez for now. Let's see how far he can go. He went 3 innings in the game. He's already gone 3 innings here, and we'll see if we can push him past that. Again, he's pitching out of this last column and able to sort of dodge the bullets so far. So 2-4 to a 30 batting runs is going to be a strikeout swinging. Olsen is over 2 on the day. Here's a 6-6 to a 6. This is Albies, and that's going to be a long single, and that one is hit into the gap. Doesn't get all the way to the wall, but Albies hustling all the way turns that single into a double, a hustle double. So Albies at second base now with 1 out and d'Arnaud to the plate. He singled in his last at bat. Here's a 1-5. A 1-5 to a 0 is going to be another base knock. So 2 for 2 day for d'Arnaud. That's going to push the runner to third. Let's go and try to score Albies, get that second run of the game. 1 to 6, he's safe on the D9, and he is going to be thrown out trying to score. So Ron Washington being aggressive. I believe that was a 2, so we're going to go 7-2 on the out as Hernandez comes up firing, throws a strike, and gets Albies at the plate. So that will be 2 outs in the inning and runner at first base with Ozuna coming to the plate. 5-5 for Ozuna. He's a -3. That's going to be a line out or a foul out. So it's a line out to the second baseman. So the second baseman Hernandez is there. He catches the little soft liner, and no harm, no foul in that inning as the Braves get 1 thrown out trying to score. They do have 2 hits, leave 1 on, and do not score any more runs. So Ramirez threw 4 innings and has only given up 1 run. So a good start for the Nats, better than they could have hoped for, I think. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's going to be Soto, Cruz, and Bell, so the big boppers for the Nats lineup. There's a 2-6 to a 48. 2-6 to a 48. It's going to be a base knock for Juan Soto as he smokes one up the middle. So Soto at first base. Let's go and try to get a steal. He's still got the good wheels. So 1-6 will be safe. And he is safe at second base. So into scoring position for Nelson Cruz. Cruz batting out of the second column. That's a 4-6. 4-6 to a 13. At the very least, this keeps him out of the double play, but he does get a strikeout. That's going to be strikeout number 3 for Mr. Henderson. And Josh Bell to the plate. He's in the third column also, so it's going to be a long single for Josh Bell, as he is only going to go to first base, but the long single is going to score Soto as Bell hits one into the gap in left field, and that's good enough to score the speedy Soto, and that makes a tie ball game. So that ties us all up at 1. Ruiz, the catcher, is up with 1 out. It's a 4-5. 4-5 to a 4. I believe it's a fly out, and it is. And it's a fly ball to straightaway center. Center fielder is Harris, and he's there for the play. No problem with that one. 2 outs in the inning now. Runner at first base. 1 already in for the Nationals. And a 1-2 against a 1 is going to be a ground out. And that's a ground ball to Albies at short. That's second base. The Nationals do get 1, and they have 2 hits. They leave 1 on, and the RBI single by Josh Bell ties us at 1 apiece. Gonna keep going with Ramirez. He doesn't really have anywhere to go. We're just, he's way past his stamina rating here. But he's dancing through the rain. He hasn't hit any 2-2s or 1-4s or 3-6s yet. And it's probably only a matter of time here, but Duvall, Harris, and Acuna are up. Let's see if we can squeeze out one more inning. Here's a 3-3. A 3-3 to a -7 is going to be a ground out. He has the only bad result here. So a ground out to the catcher is going to be 2-3 on the put out, and it'll be a 2-5 to Harris. A 2-5 to a -3. It's going to be a fly out with an error check. So it's a fly ball to left and no error on the play as Hernandez makes the play. So 2 down, and Ronald Acuna up. He reached by an error his last at bat, but this is going to be a ground out with an error check. So let's see, it's a ground out to the first baseman. And Bell is up to the task, and he makes the play. He's going to take it to the bag himself, 3 unassisted. So that's going to be 3 up, 3 down, and Ramirez is holding down this powerful Braves lineup. Spot start, not expected to be the starter in this game, but he comes out of the bullpen to provide 5 innings now for the Nationals, and we'll probably replace him. It's getting a little unrealistic. He did go 3 in the game. It's going to be Franco, Garcia, and Thomas for the Nationals in the bottom of the 5th. There's a 5-6 to a -9. And that will be a strikeout. So another K for Anderson as he throws the fastball by Michael Franco. Luis Garcia up. There's a 3-4 to a 4. 3-4 to a 4 is going to be a double as he gets a hold 1. Rips it to left center field. And he's going to be standing up at second base with Lane Thomas to the plate. Thomas is over 2 in this game. Here's a 6-6. 6-6 to a 0 is going to be a base knock. Not only a base hit, but a long single. So that's actually going to score the run from second base. So the Nationals take the lead on that base hit. As he gets one down the line in right field, Acuna gets to it. Keeps Thomas at first, but he can't keep the run from scoring. And so it's going to be a 2-1 lead now for Washington with Cesar Hernandez coming to the plate. It's a 3-6 to a -7. Anderson has not yet faced he's not yet gone over his threshold here, so a 3-6, he's still pitching out of the second column as a blank. 3-6 to a -7 will be a fly ball to left field. That'll be for the second out of the inning. So 2 down now. Runner at first base is Thomas, and the very dangerous Soto to the plate. I'm just thinking, should we intentionally walk Juan Soto? I'm inclined to. Let's go ahead and try the strategy. So it's going to be an intentional walk. And that puts runners at first and second for Nelson Cruz. A 1-4, a 1-4 to a 13. 13 is going to be a single, so that backfires. Now Lane Thomas is a 5. Bases are loaded. And we're going to let Josh Bell hit. Bell with an RBI single in his first at bat. Tied the ball game at 1. Let's see what he does here. So a 1-5 to 24 batting runs is going to be a ground out. So for the good hitters, it's a ground out. For the poor hitters, that's actually a single. So that's going to be a ground out to the second baseman. Ozzie Albies goes to first, and the Braves and Anderson get out of a serious jam. But they do give up 1. The lead is now 2-1 at Washington over Atlanta. And we're going to bring in a new pitcher for Washington. Ramirez has given them much more than they had hoped for. And so let's go to the bullpen. All right, the new pitcher is going to be Steve Seashek, the right-hander. He's 4-1-6 fifth, so he'll be pitching out of this second column. And he's got 4 batters that he can go. So let's see, he pitched 2 innings in the game. Let's see how he goes here. So he'll be facing off against the heart of the order. It'll be Swanson, Reilly, and Olson. Excuse me, for the Braves. Washington's taking a 2-1 lead going into the top of the 6th inning. Here's a 3-4 to a 12. 3-4 to a 12 is going to be a home run chance or a strikeout. It's a 5 on the D9, and so Dansby Swanson gets a hold of one down and away. He rips it into the right center field gap. The center fielder is going back, Thomas to the wall, to the track, and it is gone. That's going to be a home run, a solo bomb for Dansby Swanson, who actually did homer in the game last night. Had a big game. And so that's going to tie us at 2 and brings up Austin Reilly, the ever-dangerous third baseman. 1-3 is going to be a fly ball fairly deep into right center field. Going back to the same place is Thomas, and he makes the play on this one as it stays in the ballpark. And Olson stands in now. He's over 2 and a little angry. He's got a 2-4. 2-4 is going to be a double play or a strikeout, and he's going to have to sit down with his second K of the game. And very frustrated with himself. 2 outs now, 1 in for the Braves, and it'll be Ozzie Albies to the plate. There's a 2-2. 2-2 to Albies. That's going to be a double off of the pitcher column. So Albies cruises into second with a double as he rips it over the left fielder's head. And Travis d'Arnaud, who's 2 for 2, it's a good opportunity with a runner at scoring position. A 5-5 is not going to get it done, though, so a 5-5 to a 0 will be a line out or a foul out. It's going to be a foul out. So he's going to pop out, and that's going to be out number 3. But the Braves do get 1 run as they tie the ball game at 2 off of Seashek, and they are going to be heading into the bottom of the 6th inning. Mr. Anderson, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3. He's right at his number. I don't count it against him until he goes over. So he'll be pitching 1 more inning out of this column here, and let's see if he can give them 6 solid. Here's a 1-4 to Ruiz, 1-4 to a 4. 1-4 to a 4 is going to be hit by pitcher or walk. So that is going to be, I believe, walk number 3. Yeah, walk number 3. He did have the intentional walk to Soto. So it's going to be walk number 3 for Anderson. This is a runner at first base with nobody out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Tied at 2. And Hernandez, Yadiel Hernandez. I think it's Yadiel, right? Yadiel Hernandez, yeah. He's going to be hitting. It's a 1-5. A 1-5 to a 1 is a single. So that's going to be a base hit to left field. And they're going to go station to station here. It's going to be Michael Franco, the third baseman. He is a -9 batting runs. A 1-4 to a -9 doesn't matter because he gets the walk. Oh, actually, he gets a hit by pitch. With the D9-01, Anderson plunks him, sends him down to first base, and everybody moves along, and now it's bases loaded with Garcia to the plate. We are going to take Anderson out of the game. This is a very similar situation to what happened last night. So let's go ahead and remove Anderson, and we'll bring in a reliever for the Braves. Right, the reliever for the Braves is going to be A.J. Minter, the left-hander. He goes 5 innings, and Ramirez goes 5 innings. Minter coming in a little bit earlier than you might normally bring him in. He's more of a 7th, 8th kind of guy. But I feel like this is the game right here. So I'm going to bring him in, bases loaded, nobody out, and see if he can get a couple of strikeouts or something good to happen with a ground ball. Maybe we can go home to first or something like that. So it's going to be Garcia to the plate. Garcia is a 4 batting runs. It's notable that the player at third base has a 6 for his speed. So if we should need to do that, we can do that. A 1-3. 1-3 is going to be a ground out, and that's going to be a ground ball right back to the pitcher. We're going to assume that out at home, so he's going to get him at home, and that's the fielder's choice. So a gift for the Braves, and we're going to try to go to first, so we're going to roll against this batter's speed, and he is out at first, so we're going to go with the old 1-2-3 double play as Minter gets a gift right back to him. He makes the throw to home for out number 1, getting Ruiz at the plate on the force, and then over to first and beats Garcia by a couple of steps. And so this is going to be on the fielder's choice. These two batters are going to move up, so still 2 in scoring position, but now with 2 outs, and the Braves 1 out away from getting out of a huge mess in the bottom of the 6th. That's a 2-3. A 2-3 to a 0 is going to be a ground ball. That's going to be a grounder with an error check, and that's to Dansby Swanson. If he makes the play, the Braves are out of it. If he doesn't make the play, that's going to be a run, and he does make the play easily over to first, and Olsen squeezes it for out number 3. So the Braves have a huge mess. Minter comes in, inheriting bases loaded with no outs, gets the double play home to first, and then gets the ground out to get the Braves out of it. And so that's going to be a 2-2 game heading into the top of the 7th. Let's go and bring in a new pitcher for the Nationals, and I'll do that right now. Right, the new pitcher is going to be Tanner Reilly. Reilly, the right-hander, longtime Washington National. He's got 387 FIP and can go 4 batters. He'll be facing off against the bottom of the order, be Ozuna, Duvall, and Harris. The irony is the bottom of the order was the one that did all the damage last night. Darno had a home run, Duvall had a home run, Harris had a home run, Ozuna had a home run. So this was 4 of their 5 home runs came from the last 4 spots. So Reilly is not out of trouble here with these hitters. So it's going to be Ozuna against Reilly. There's a 3-4 to a -3. Reilly is going to be pitching out of this second column, by the way. So a 3-4 to a -3, that's going to be a double. So Ozuna laces one into the left field gap, and he can walk into second base. So he's there standing up, and that's going to bring up Duvall to the plate. A 2-6 to Duvall, who is a -7. 2-6 to a -7 is going to be a ground ball to second base. So only one play, and that's to first. That is going to force the runner over to third. So the Braves have a runner at third base with only 1 out, and Michael Harris coming to the plate. Should we try a squeeze with Michael Harris or not? Let's let him hit away. We get 2 cracks at it. That's a 2-2, and we are going to be rewarded here with a double. So Michael Harris, as he lifts one deep to left field, it bounces off the base of the wall. The left fielder Hernandez makes the play, but that's going to be an RBI double for Michael Harris II, and he puts the Braves ahead 3-2. That's his second hit of the game. He's got a single and a double, and brings up Acuna Jr. A 1-6 to Acuna. It's going to be a fly ball to deep right field, all the way to the track. Tagging up at second is Harris. That's going to be a fly ball with a runner advance. So he's going to tag up, and he's going to get to third on the F9. It is going to be 2 outs in the inning, but they do have a runner at third base now. Dansby Swanson to the plate. He homered his last at bat. He also has an RBI single. So a good day for Dansby. A 1-4 to a 12 is going to be a base knock. And so that's going to be yet another RBI. 3 RBIs in the game for Dansby Swanson as he brings in Harris from third, and the Braves take, a 4-2 lead here in the top of the 7th. Tanner Rainey not providing much relief. Here's a 1-4, and that's going to be the same thing. It's going to be another single. So 2 of the last 3 batters have gotten a hit. 4 out of the last 6 have gotten hits. And we're going to go to second base here. It's a bad B. But we have runners at first and second base with Matt Olson to the plate. 3-5. Olson is 0 for 3. A 3-5 to a 30 batting runs is going to be a walk, and that will load the bases. As we get a walk here. Nat Skipper just praying for an out. Here's a 2-5 to a 6. It's Albies. 2-5 is going to be a fly out to left center field. Let's check the error. No error on the play, and Hernandez makes the out for out number 3 as he sprints into the gap and runs that one down. The Braves lead the bases loaded, but they do get 2 on the RBI double from Harris. The RBI single from Swanson brings in Harris, and the Braves are now up 4-2. And let's see, Minter came in where? He came in right here. So he's only faced 2 batters. Let's go ahead and let him come out and go this next inning. He's pitching out of this first column, by the way. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Minter is going to go another inning. So let's go ahead and do that. Here's a 2-4 to a -7. He is going to be a double play or a strikeout. So that's going to be a K looking as Mentor puts one right on the corner against Hernandez. And that will be out number 1. 96 on the black is hard to hit, and Hernandez is feeling that one. A 3-5 to a 48 to 1 Soto, and a 3-5 is going to be a walk. So not always a bad idea to walk Soto, but you do have to deal with Nelson Cruz. Cruz is 1 for 3. There's a 1-3. That's going to be a ground out. A ground out to the catcher, Darno. Darno is on it. Yeah, he's on that one. That's going to be a fielder's choice. So he's going to go down to second base. And we'll go 2-6 on the put out. That's out number 2. And let's see if they can turn the old 2-6-3 double play. We're going to roll against Cruz's speed, and he's going to beat it out at first. So we're going to go 2-6 on the double play, or on the fielder's choice. Soto is erased at second base, and Cruz is at first now. So it's going to be Josh Bell to the plate. And Bell is a 24, so a 3-5 to a 24. That's going to be a strikeout as Minter gets out of the inning with a K. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Minter. The Nationals leave 1. They don't score any, and we head to the top of the 8th inning. Going to bring in a fresh pitcher for the Nationals, and let's get him now. All right, the new pitcher for the Nationals is going to be Kyle Finnegan. And Finnegan is, he's got a 3.35 FIP, and he can go 4 innings. So he'll be facing off against Arnaud, Ozuna, and Duvall in the bottom or top of the 8th inning. Sorry, the Braves are up 4-2 as we head to these last 2 frames. So Finnegan against Arnaud, it's going to be a 4-6. A 4-6 to a 0 will be a double play or a strikeout. It's going to be a K for Finnegan as he comes in throwing bullets. Here's a 3-3 to a -3. Finnegan is pitching out of this first column, so that's going to be a base knock for Mr. Ozuna. 2 hits on the day for him. He had a double in his last at bat. Here's a 1-5 to a -7. And a 1-5 to a -7. It's going to be a single with an error check. So that's a base hit to the right center field gap. The right fielders who were checking, that's going to be Soto. No error. It's a minus, so definitely was a possibility there. So it's going to be a base knock into the right center field gap. And Ozuna bluffs like he's going to third, but winds up staying. So runners at first and second with 1 out, and Michael Harris the second to the plate. A 1-2 is going to be a ground out, but that's going to advance everybody as it's a little tapper to third. Coming in hard is the third baseman, Franco. His only play is to first, so he goes ahead and makes that. That's going to be a fielder's choice as the other runners move up. So runners at second and third now with the very dangerous Ronald Acuna Jr. to the plate. There's a 5-6. 5-6 is going to be a strikeout off of Kyle Finnegan's column. And that's actually going to be strikeout looking. And that'll be out number 3. So Finnegan puts a couple of runners on, but Braves can't get them home, and they don't score any in the top of the 8th. Then we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. We're going to bring in a new Braves pitcher. Minter went 2 innings. He actually went 1 and... no, he did go 2 full innings, right? Yeah. He went 2 innings. He came in with bases loaded and nobody out. Got him out of that jam and then pitched another inning on top of that in the 7th. So let's go ahead and bring in another pitcher. I think we're going to bring in Will Smith. Let me get him. All right, so Will Smith, the big left-hander, is going to enter the game. He's got a 471 FIP. He'll be pitching out of column number 3. And let's see if he can get the ball to Kenley Jansen. He'll be facing off against Ruiz, Hernandez, and Franco, the bottom of the order for the Nationals. Here's a 5-6. 5-6 to a 4 is going to be a strikeout. So Smith gets him with a fastball on the corner, tails away a little bit from Ruiz, and he is going to be out number 1. Hernandez now. Here's a 1-6 is going to be a fly ball to right field. So a couple of quick outs here, and brings up Michael Franco. Franco hit by a pitch in his last at bat. Here's a 3-4 to a -9. 3-4 to a -9 is going to be a double as he gets a hold of one, and he hammers it to left field. Just stays in the park, hits halfway up the wall, and Franco is standing at second base now. The score is 4-2, so we got a couple of runs to work with here. We're going to leave him in for Garcia. Garcia has a double in this game. It's going to be a 2-4 to a 4. 2-4 to a 4 is a double player strikeout with 2 outs. That's going to be a K. And Will Smith, with the devastating slider, puts it down on his feet. And that's going to be out number 3. So the Nats go down in the 8th inning. They get 1 run. They leave 1 on. And we're going to be heading to the 9th inning. Let's bring in a new pitcher for Washington. And we'll get him right now. All right, so Washington desperately trying to keep this one at 2 runs, a 2-run deficit. They're going to bring in Sean Doolittle, the longtime closer, left-hander, and he will be facing off against Swanson, Reilly, and Olson. Good day for Swanson so far. He's got a home run, 2 singles, and 3 RBI. But he comes in with nobody on base this time, so let's see what happens. Last time this happened, he hit a home run. Not going to do that here. That's going to be a 1-4. Doolittle pitching out of this second column, by the way. So a 1-4 to Swanson is going to be another base hit. So that's going to be 3 singles, 4 hits on the day for Dansby Swanson as he stands at first base with Austin Riley at the plate. A 2-5 to a 24. is going to be a fly ball with an error check. So that's down the right field line. Soto's after it. And possible error on Juan Soto. Soto is a minus fielder, and that's going to be an E9 as he misplays it in right. And that's going to lead to the runner moving up. So nobody out and 2 on for the big lefty, Matt Olson. 3-5 to a 30. 3-5 to a 30 is going to be another walk. So that's walks in his last 2 at-bats for Olson. And that will load the bases. A 1-4. 1-4 to Albies, who is a 6. 1-4 will be a hit by pitch or walk. So that's going to be another walk. And Doolittle walks in a run. And that's going to be a 5-2 lead now as Albies gets the RBI. Let's see if they can get out of this mess. A 2-2, they are not going to get out of it. A 2-2 is going to be a double as Darno rips one down the right field line. Soto can't get there. It goes all the way to the wall. Albies is going to wind up at third. Coming in to score is Olson and Reilly for a 2 RBI double. And that just might put the game away, as the Braves have scored 3 here in the top of the 9th inning to give them a 7-2 lead. Here's a 5-5. 5-5 to a -3 will be a little bit of relief. So it's going to be a foul out for Ozuna as he pops it up, and that'll be out number 1. Still runners at second and third base, and only 1 out here in the 9th inning. Duvall is the batter. A 4-4 to a -7 is going to be a long single, and so he hits that into the gap, hustling all the way out of the box. He's going to have a double, and that's going to be 2 more runs for the Braves as Duvall clears the bases. And not a great performance from the Nationals bullpen, as they've given up 5. Doolittle's given up 5 here in the 9th inning. Just need to get him out of the inning. Here's a 1-5 to a -3, and that's going to be another base hit for Michael Harris II, the rookie. Not going to try to score Duvall there. Still double play in order, and Acuna to the plate. Here's a 2-3. They get the ground out that they're looking for. This is going to be an error check on the second baseman. Praying for no error. We don't get one, so we're going to go ahead and assume this out at second base. And that's going to be out number 2. Let's see if they can double up Acuna. A fast runner. 1-6, he's safe. And he is safe at first as he beats out the slow roller. They can't turn 2. And that's going to be an RBI on the fielder's choice for Acuna. So he beats it out. They go 4-6 on the put out. 2 outs now. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runs in the top of the 9th inning. Here's a 3-6. 3-6 to Swanson. Ironically, they finally get Swanson out, but they give up 6 runs in the inning. And Swanson flies out to the right fielder, Soto, and that's going to be out number 3. 6 come home in the 9th, and now it's 10-2. So rough outing there for Doolittle as he gives up 6 runs in the 9th inning. And it will be I'm going to bring in Kenley Jansen. I believe that he can still come in for the save because it was going to be a save situation when they were bringing him in the game. I could be wrong about that, but I just want to throw him because he's a big guy that throws gas. And let's just go ahead and find him here. Kenley Jansen. He's got a 2.70 FIP. So 2.70, and he can go 5 batters. So that's what we're going to do with him. And bringing the pitcher here, he'll be facing the top of the order. It'll be Lane Thomas, Cesar Hernandez, and Juan Soto. A 3-6 to Thomas, who's a 0. It's worth noting Jansen's pitching out of the first column. So 3-6 to a 0, be a fly out, straight to left field. The left fielder is Duvall, and he camps under it for out number 1. And Hernandez comes to the plate, the second baseman. He's 0 for 4. He's got the 3 strikeouts, so the hat trick for him. And he avoids the old golden sombrero. He does get wood on it. He grounds out. We got an error check. It's right back to Jansen, the pitcher. No error as he handles it well. He flips it over to first base, and that's going to be out number 2. 1 out away. The Braves are from victory in this game against the Nationals. So here's a 2-6. 2-6 is going to be a strikeout off of Jansen's column as he gets Juan Soto on a cutter on the outside part of the plate, and Soto can't come up with it. So that's going to be 3 down. That's the end of the ball game. 3 up, 3 down goes Jansen. We're just going to give him the save because I like him, and I think he would have gotten the save there in that situation. Minter gets the hold. Smith gets the hold, and Ramirez does not take the loss. It is 10 or rainy. I'll have to figure that out. Let me go back and figure up all the totals. Braves win this one 10-2 in a laugher, but not until the 9th inning. So let me figure out the totals. All right, so we're back with the totals. For Atlanta, it's going to be 10 runs on 17 hits, 1 error. For the Nationals, it's 2 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. Our player of the game is going to be Dansby Swanson, who was 4 for 6, had 3 RBIs, scored 2 runs, had a home run, 3 singles, and a partridge in a pear tree. Swanson heating up. Other notables for the Braves: d'Arnaud 3 for 5 with a couple of runs. He had a 2 RBI or a couple of RBIs. He had a 2 RBI double in that 6-run 9th inning. 2 for 5 for Ozuna, 2 for 5 for Duvall, 3 for 5 for the rookie Harris. He also scored 2 runs and drove in 1. And he also was 1 for 1 in stolen bases. I don't know if I missed any other steals for them. I know. Let's see, he's 1 for 1. Soto stole a base. There was a caught stealing somewhere in here. I thought there was a caught stealing somewhere along the way, but not seeing it here now. No, not seeing it. I thought somebody got caught stealing, but maybe not. Okay. Anderson went 5. Ian Anderson went 5, gave up 6 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, and 4 Ks. Roughly equivalent to his actual numbers, which were 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. So similar. Could have given up a ton of runs right here as he left with the bases loaded. I don't know if you can see that or not, but he left with the bases loaded. Hit a pitcher, or hit a batter, gave up a walk, a single, and a hit batsman. Loaded the bases. Minter came in right here, faced off against Garcia, got the double play, and then got a ground out. He got the 1-2-3 double play, pitcher catcher to first, and then that was a gift, and then got the ground out to get them out. In fact, he went 2 innings, gave up no hits and no runs, and he is going to get the win as the Braves came back with 2 in the 7th inning to win the ball game. So he stayed in at just the right time. Will Smith gets the hold, gives up 1 hit and no runs, and Kenley Jansen, I believe, can get the save in that situation as he was coming into the ball game before they had scored the 6 runs. So I'm not exactly sure about save rules all the time, but I'm going to give him a save. So on the tabletop in my game, I'm going to do it. Ramirez, a good start for Washington as he went 5 innings, 5 hits, only gave up 1 run and had 5 strikeouts. That's much better than what he did in the game. In the game, he went 3 innings, gave up 6 runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. He did give up 3 home runs in his first 3 innings. So that game was something like 5-0 heading into, as he left the game. So left Washington in a much better position, but the bullpen couldn't hold it. Seashek came in, only gave up 2 hits and a run, but it was Reilly who takes the loss in this one. He went in for 1 inning, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, and 1 walk, and I believe he came in here and gave up the 2 runs. It was a double to Harris and then an RBI single to Swanson, which put the Braves up 4-2 at that point. And then Finnegan came in and pitched well, 2 hits and 2 strikeouts, and then the floodgates opened with Doolittle, who gave up all of these runs in the top of the 9th inning. Just a barrage. There was an error here, so they weren't all charged as earned runs, but runs nonetheless. For the Nationals, Soto 1 for 3 with a couple of walks. In fact, he was intentionally walked. I don't do that too much, but it did work out for the Braves there, as they had the bases loaded and left them loaded with Josh Bell, who grounded out to Ozzie Albies. Soto also stole a base. Not many other notables here. Lane Thomas, 1 for 5 with an RBI single. And, excuse me, in the actual game, Ozzie Albies went down with a fractured foot, so he's going to be out probably a couple of months till the end of the summer, and that's going to be a tough one. So you won't be seeing Albies in future instant replays for a while, as Orlando Arcia came out. I debated about whether to make that happen in this game, but I don't follow the game completely. So, these guys didn't all come into the game in this game. In fact, they used Lee, O'Day, Chavez, and Will Smith, so Minter and Jansen didn't even figure into the actual game, but most of these guys came in for Washington. So that's the game. The Braves win this one 10-2. A bit of a blowout, but it wasn't a blowout until the 9th inning. It's kind of a nail biter. And this was game number 62 overall for the Braves, played on June 13th and recorded on June 14th. This is our Braves instant replay. If you would like to get access to the values that we're using here to play, I've been releasing the 2022 roster sheets each time, usually the day of or the day before I play these games. They are using Zips projections, and they project from the date all the way to the end of the season. So they sort of recalculate the projections for these players. I'm not using the original Zips projections from the beginning of the season. I'm using updated projections as the season happens. They recalculate them. And so you see the players move and change. Acuna now is into the first column. Swanson now into the second column. So you can see how these guys are moving up. Duvall was like a minus 12 or minus 11 the other day, but he's had a good week. So he is moving up. And same thing for the pitchers. So if you want access to that, you can join the Facebook group for On Base Baseball. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Just answer a couple of questions, and you'll get into the private group. That's where we share what we're doing with On Base, sharing our scorecards. It's a good place to find out more news and information around On Base Baseball, as I share things usually there first, and then later in other places. All right, I think that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.